Welcome to Pixels and Points with Matt Nelsen, media
And
director.
with Susie Brown. Sorry, I talked over you there. I'm media buyer extraordinaire, but we also have Matt Nelsen, our
Media director. Yes. Um, all right. So for today, Wednesday, March 25th, we got a few articles that we're just going to quickly jump through just because I found them interesting. New stuff that's come out. So the first one we're just going to jump into is a search one talking about it's a fun little story talking about Philadelphia cream cheese.
Mhm.
Search. People aren't Googling cream cheese. Shocker.
Yes, but it put it in a good perspective just to kind of understand the strategy behind search and when you use it and when you don't and how you use it.
And how you use it. Yes. Some of the things they talk about is like they're not cutting out all search. It's just like when somebody's searching on Walmart's app for cream cheese, they want to show up as a sponsored result, that kind of a thing. They want to. So the people who are searching for them aren't searching for them on Google, but they are searching for them elsewhere.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
when are you ever going to type in cream cheese in a Google search? You're really probably going to search jalapeno poppers or something instead in Google, but you are going to type in cream cheese in the Walmart app search,
Yeah.
or I type it in my HEB app probably every other week,
Time. What I thought was interesting is that even though they're pulling out of Google search, they need to make sure that they're paying attention to Gemini and AI results. So
Mm-hmm.
when AI results are coming back with like recipes or talking about, it's like what kind of cream cheese they want to have in there or something like, or whatever they have in the recipe, they can mention Philadelphia cream cheese. Just if you have it as something on your website, if you have content on the internet, or you're like, one of the things that the Gemini would have in it is your ad score for when people do search cream cheese, who comes up. So if you
Mm-hmm.
go to Google, it could infect that. So as long as you have a strong GEO search strategy, which is the AI search strategy, then that can help you on there. So maybe you don't just pull the money from Google, your Google search, but maybe put it into doing some not SEO but GEO kind of optimization, so that when people
Mm-hmm.
are,
Use your search a little more strategically.
yes. All right, we can jump to the next one. I'm not going to spend too much time on any one of these. Uh,
Yep.
Samsung advances TV with full funnel and AI-powered ad innovation.
Yes, this
They
one's interesting.
literally buried the lead on this. They didn't put it in the headline, but Samsung TV is going to partner with Amazon Interactive.
Mm-hmm.
So if any of y'all know what that is, that's when you're on Amazon Prime. It can be you see an ad for a product or something like that. That's on Amazon. It'll say add to cart. You can add it to your cart, or
Yep.
if it's not a product
That's the
on Amazon,
feature with those interactive ads that Amazon has cornered the market on, right? And everybody wants those interactive ads now. And you can do them everywhere, but Amazon can add to cart.
yeah, and they can do the add to cart. The other things that they have is like send me an email, send me a text, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Send
Interact
me more
with
info.
your remote, which you already have pretty close to you. You could just click the remote, send me a text, send me an ad. And on some of the other articles that we were seeing, it's that, or no, it's on this article.
The QR code.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is outperforming the QR code by 26 times higher engagement right there.
Yep,
Uh,
which is great to have an actual stat to back up kind of what we've been saying and
mhm,
recommending to clients, that QR code's great. The feature, the interactive feature is great to get that engagement and
yes.
have the consumer involved. But who has time to get out their phone, open their camera, run up to the TV, and grab that screenshot
There are
of the
too
QR
many
code?
barriers to people being ready to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
like, sure, you can have your QR code on the screen, but don't expect that to be an indicator of return on investment, because
Right.
it's not.
Digital out of home, though, like what we've been doing, kind of targeting specific doctor's offices or things, QR code makes sense. You're there, you have the time.
Yeah.
But I think when you're doing that interactive CTV ad, the click with a remote, send to phone is going to be your best bet every time.
Send me a text, send me an email. That's going to be fantastic. And that's going to be on your Samsung TV Plus ads now, which include all those free channels that they have. So it's going to open it up to a different audience than what Samsung's going to be able to reach really with, not Samsung, that Amazon has been able to reach with their ads right now. So that's going to be really, really something fun to look forward to.
More interactivity in more places.
Yeah, and they're also some of the other stuff in here is that they're using AI solutions to help leverage insights, and it's 2026 live events slate include Moto America and more live sports offerings, because they and we and everybody that's been working in this industry knows live sports is where you're getting the best branding right now.
Yep. And if you can hit your timing and your targeting and your PMP deals perfectly, then you can get those. Yeah, you can get those really great live sports opportunities without having to spend those huge dollars for minimum packages.
And then our last article we're going to talk about real quick is
looking at DV360, a platform we know well. So we do use DV360 to do a lot of buying here at the agency. And now we've got Google integrating a little more AI into DV360 with Gemini. So excited to play around with these new opportunities.
What are some of the things they're doing?
So looking here is kind of trying to be more like a retail media network, right? So kind of taking a piece out of what we were talking about that Amazon can do. And kind of their advantage that they have right now over Google is what we're talking about with that add to cart. So Google has kind of their best partner, like what we talked about, would be another retail giant, right? Like a Walmart. That can rival an Amazon. But they've done a partnership with a Kroger, with a grocery giant in the grocery space, to try and build out their own network to where they have a deal with Kroger. They can access Kroger shopper data. So now they have that purchase data.
And they were talking about being able to, if you have for the SKU for your product, they'll be able to link actual purchases.
The exact product, which is something we can do with the Amazon DSP, which is great to be able to target by very, very specific product. So we will have some of that data now with DV360 and be able to target in that way as well. It's not going to be as robust at first, obviously, as what we can do with Amazon, but they're starting. It's how they're going to compete.
Yeah, and one of the other parts is that they're really focusing on bumping up their YouTube inventory, not only regular YouTube, but YouTube TV. They're saying they're not expanding their offerings of ad formats. But one of the things I thought was interesting is that YouTube's pause ads and creator takeovers can be bought through DV360, and they're expanding that. So
a little more on the interactivity, kind of exactly like Amazon Prime Video. Now we can start to play around with that with YouTube and YouTube TV, which will be fun.
Yeah, so that means that if you have a specific, YouTube channel that your audience watches all the time, whether it's a DIY this or that for Home Depot or or anything really, or a finance guy for finance people, you're trying to hit them, you can take over
a party planning guy for your family entertainment centers.
So yeah, that's the news for this week. I think we're keeping our ear to the grind.
Yep, short and sweet. We're hitting the top headlines, but as always, it kind of always goes back to AI. But there's always something new coming up and a new way to target. And all these media giants are always making new partnerships where we have new opportunities. So just a great exercise that we kind of do to go through what's going on, what's new, and hit some of those top headlines.
Yep. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
See you next time.